Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hence back with another video, and in today's video, the day before Team of the Year comes out, we're going to be going over what exactly I think that every player's X Factor abilities, gold and silver, will be, as well as my final predictions for who's going to make Team of the Year, and it might shock some of you guys, because, you know what, I've actually changed my mind on one of the players who's going to get it, and we'll see if they actually get it or not. It might be a bold prediction, but I am changing who I think is going to get it from my previous two predictions. And with that being said, let's hop right over to NHL. Now, last year, the Team of the Year players had one gold ability and five silver abilities on them. So I'm going to be going by that same, I guess, criteria for this year's Team of the Year predictions. And yeah, and I'm also going to say that for most of the players here, I'm going to pick a different gold ability than their X Factor and their previous Team of the Years if they've had any. Only one of the players on my list, I think, has had a previous Team of the Year. So it's only going to be McDavid that has a different one than last year. But yeah, so these are my final predictions for the Team of the Year abilities. Now, with that being said, I'm going to be uploading a video tomorrow in which we will be doing a giveaway. So if you guys are interested in that, drop a like and subscribe on the channel. Tomorrow's giveaway is going to be a subscriber only giveaway. So if you want to join in on that giveaway, you've got to be a subscriber of the channel. So make sure you do that early on this video. And let's head right into the video. So for McDavid, my first prediction, I think he's pretty obviously going to make Team of the Year. My ability that I'm going to give McDavid is gold elite edges, okay? So I think he's going to get elite edges, and the reason for that is because it is slowly or quickly, if you want to look at it that way, emerging as one of the best, the premier abilities in the game. And his previous Team of the Year card had Unstoppable Force, and obviously his X Factor has Wheels. So I could see a situation in which both his X Factor and his previous Team of the Year don't have the same ability, and then he's going to go for the next best thing that fits his playstyle, which is obviously going to be gold elite edges. And I think that will be a great ability for McDavid. If he does get elite edges, he will be a fantastic card. Not that he isn't already, but he will be even more fantastic than he already is. And then for his silver abilities, I went kind of different than his superstar abilities, with one being the same. So the first one I have is obviously Wheels. If McDavid doesn't have Wheels in some way or another, it's an absolute crime. He will 100% have Wheels somewhere on his card. The second one that I put is Unstoppable Force. Obviously, that would help him a lot with his low balance and low strength. He doesn't really get knocked off the puck really easily because of his animations, but if he had Unstoppable Force, it would literally make him unstoppable. The third one that I have is actually Make It Snappy. I feel like that's an extra one that they put on most cards because it's actually pretty good. And I have 4 picks for the last 2 picks, okay? So it could go one of 2 ways. So if they prioritize him as a winger in this game and they don't want to make him a center, and they kind of understand that people will be using him on the wing, I think they'll give him Ankle Breaker and Tape to Tape. However, if they prioritize him as a center, I think that there's a very strong chance that they could give him Close Quarters and Silver Quick Draw. Either way, I think this card will be the best card in the game no matter what. So whatever he gets, it'll be very good. But those are my predictions for McDavid's abilities. And, either way, either of the 2 options that I said for McDavid, they both sound amazing and the card will look great. Now, the second card that we're going to be going over is obviously Auston Matthews. I think that the reason that they went no position locked is because of this guy. And I think that there's a few abilities that he could have for sure. So the one that I said for his gold ability is Unstoppable Force. I think it's a good choice for him. He could get like Snipe or Make It Snappy or something as his gold ability. Which wouldn't be as favorable as Unstoppable Force, but I think that they usually like to make the Team of the Year cards pretty overpowered. So, giving Matthews something like Unstoppable Force as a gold ability sounds absolutely amazing to me. And you know what, for you guys too, like if you guys are going to get Matthews and you want to spend all those coins on Matthews, you're not going to want him to have Silver Snipe on his card, or sorry, Gold Snipe on his card, right? For his silver abilities that I predicted, I actually did predict Snipe and Make It Snappy for his silver abilities. He is a shooter. Shooters are going to shoot. Those are 2 really good shooting abilities. The third ability that I think is a certain that he'll have is elite edges. He's not the best skater in the world, but I think making him have elite edges would make up for his lower-ish agility and would make him a fantastic card. Next, I would say 100% he's going to have to get quick draw. He is going to be the center of this lineup, I guess. He's a very good center, and I think he will be a good center in game. So having him with silver quick draw would help him a lot with his lower-ish face-off rating. Then the last choice is between one of two things. Now, I think that they are going to assume that Wheels is probably more overpowered than close quarters. Whether I agree with that or not on a center is a different story. But I'm leaning more towards them giving him Wheels. However, if they don't give him Wheels, I can very confidently say I think they'll give him close quarters. Either way, they're two of the best abilities in the game. There's no two ways about it. This card will be another fantastic card. I hope that he gets like an artificial face-off boost just to make him a little bit better of a center, because obviously 85 face-offs is not that good, especially on a center at this point in the game. But if he gets silver quick draw, it should help him out a lot. Just don't see him really as a viable number one center with only 85 face-offs. If he could get a boost up to like something like 90 at his 91 overall team of the year, then that would be very good. Now the next card is actually the one that I predicted that's kind of outside of the box. So my last two predictions, my original one had McKinnon, my second one had Draisaitl. Now I'm changing it up a little bit, and I am actually going to say that based off of the total points of the year and, you know, maybe trying to get some other representation in, I think that there's a good chance that Nikita Kucherov, bold take maybe, sure, will actually get it. And you know what? I think his card would be pretty decent. I don't think it would be horrible. I don't think it would be the best card in the lineup either. And I think it would probably be the fifth one that I would make out of all of them based on my predictions. But it would still be a good card, and he would make your lineup for the rest of the year, no doubt about it. So for Kucherov, the ability that I'm going to give him is not going to be the same as his MSP gold ability. I was going to give him elite edges, but I forgot that his MSP had elite edges. So I don't think that he's going to get elite edges. And instead, I think that they're actually going to give him gold wheels. Now, I don't know about this for sure. Like I said, they usually want to make the Team of the Year cards pretty broken. So gold wheels does make sense on him. I was going to say gold tape to tape, but I realized in game this year he's listed as a sniper. I think last year he was listed as a playmaker. Not sure which one he actually is in real life. He's just an all-around really good player, so not sure what to say, but he is a great card, and I think that his silver abilities are going to start with tape to tape. Coming in next, we have elite edges, then third eye, snipe, slash make it snappy, or unstoppable force. So I think he's going to get one of the two snipe or make it snappy X Factor abilities, and then I said unstoppable force just because he is kind of weak on the puck. He's a little bit smaller, and giving him unstoppable force would kind of give him that bump to be a little bit more, a little bit stronger on the puck. So I could definitely see Kucherov being a very good card in this game too, but I still think that he's not the one that I would make first by any means. Now let's go back, head over to X Factors. I do think that I'm going to save MAKAR for the last of the two defensemen, because I do think that his abilities, I think I've pretty much predicted them pretty accurately. But Roman Josi, I could see Roman Josi being a very good card. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, Yosi's not that good, he's only 6'1", blah, 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 blah. But I could see Roman Josi genuinely getting truculence as a gold ability, and I think that would make him an unbelievable card. A must-make for sure. If he gets truculence, I think I would have him at maybe even number 3 on the priority list over MAKAR even. Maybe. I don't know, maybe not. He is kind of slow, but he will get speed synergies too. Secondly, for his silver abilities, I think that they're going to give him stick him up and shut down. Obviously, the other two best defensive abilities in the game. I could not see a way in which they do not give him those abilities. I also think that they might give him Send It, just because it's kind of a meme at this point that Yosi's got Send It. And I think it's just kind of an ability that they'll give him. Then finally, I think Seeing Eye, and then the last one can be one of either tape to tape or 1T, depending on what EA decide to do with it. I know Hedman at Team of the Year had 1T and Seeing Eye, and everybody's like, oh, this ability combo is not that good. And then a couple weeks down the line, they were like, oh my god, this ability combo is broken. So I could see him getting that just in case it becomes meta later on in the year, but I doubt it. But my final prediction is going to be gold truculence, silver stick 'em up, silver shutdown, silver send it, silver tape to tape, and silver seeing eye. Now the one that I think I have bang on here, and the one that I'm going to predict the best is going to be KALE MAKAR. Now, obviously his X Factor has got elite edges, otherwise I would have given him gold elite edges on his team of the year. But what I think he's going to get is actually gold seeing eye, and recently we found that seeing eye has actually been one of the best abilities in the game through testing, and it's actually a very strong ability. If you've used it before, you would understand. Last year it was even very good. I used it all year last year as a gold ability at the end of the year on Ryan McDonough. His MSP 97 overall. It was very good. But silver, now, this is where I'm kind of guessing a little bit, but I do think it's going to be fairly accurate. I think that obviously his first silver ability is going to have to be elite edges. Secondly, I think they're going to give him wheels, even though it really doesn't do much on a defenseman. Third, I'm thinking that they're going to give him truculence in some way or another. If they give him gold truculence, which is actually a possibility, this will be the best card in the game other than McDavid, so keep an eye out for that. If he gets gold truculence, it's over for everybody. Next, we got stick 'em up. I think that they're going to give him truculence and stick him up to make him viable defensively, because he is a little bit small defensively and not the best defensive defenseman in the game, but he is very good going forward. And then finally, tape to tape. I think that they'll give him tape to tape just because he's a passer, and I think it's a good ability for them to give MAKAR. So final predictions for MAKAR: gold seeing eye, silver elite edges, wheels, truculence, stick 'em up, and tape to tape. Finally, we got IGOR Shesterkin. Now, this one's a little bit harder to predict because I think that very clearly Butterfly Effect is the best gold ability in the game. And with that being said, I do think that they're actually going to give him gold Butterfly Effect. I just don't see a way in which he would be even remotely worth it without that ability this year. So I think gold Butterfly Effect is certainly what they'll be giving him. Last year, they gave Vasilevsky post-to-post, even though it wasn't the best ability in the game. Or it was the best ability of the game. He didn't have it before, and they gave it to him. So, yeah, I think that they'll give him Butterfly Effect just to keep him viable because he is so short. And then for silver, I have Light Work, which is like the one that looks like a frying pan or whatever, or a spatula. Then I give him Sponge, which is absolutely needed, especially for goalies with lower aggression. They never cover the puck, and you need to activate Sponge on them. Next is X-Ray. X-Ray is a very good ability, as we saw with Patrick Waugh. It helps with a lot of the deflection shots and stuff. Post-to-post is another one that I think that they could give him. But the other one that's not post-to-post that I think could actually be very viable for him is Tip Jar. Or whatever the one is for... Oh yeah, it's Big Tipper for players and then Tip Jar for goalies. So I think that they'll give him Tip Jar because a lot of people are going for tip shots this year. And then lastly, I think Contortionist is the next best ability in the game. So I do think that they'll give him Contortionist. So my final prediction is gold Butterfly Effect, silver Lightwork, Sponge, X-Ray, Contortionist, and Tip Jar. With that being said, that's going to end the video there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, keep an eye out for my video tomorrow with the giveaway. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to stop by my Twitch, we're going to be playing GWC today, as well as Champs on stream. So if you want to stop by for that, link is down in the description below for my Twitch. Thank you again, always, for the support, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.